with my love and respects. Today, the graduation day of July Inner Awakening. I'm looking back, we completed 11 Inner Awakenings successfully. This is the 11th one and first time out of Bidadi. Despite of all the harassments, despite of all the harassments, problems, successfully we have completed the 11th Inner Awakening. Very smoothly, successfully, and strongly spiritually successful. Such an intense work on every person, individual. This Inner Awakening shows the power of spiritual strength. Actually, I was working on developing and further sharpening and making the Inner Awakening a strong experience to the core. We are very successful at this time, adding more and more stronger, deeper truths, more homas, pujas, everything we have increased. The number of pujas, number of the rituals, and the number of meditations, number of prasas, number of akashic readings. Everything only got added in this IA, and every participant had their question answered, at least one question in akashic reading. Great. Really? Wonderful. I can't believe 11 Inner Awakenings are over. Feels like it's just the other day I started the first Inner Awakening, very casually. Everything we start very casually only becomes too big in our Sangha. Very casually I started this morning satsang. Very casually. When I said, I will start everyday morning satsang, I will come regularly. Not a single fellow in my ashram believed. They believed even when I said I am enlightened. But they cannot believe that I will wake up every morning regularly and come in a time. Because if you see, before I started this satsang, my lifestyle, routine and me don't get along well. Routine, especially early morning sleep. If there is no program, I'll slowly get out of the bed, 10 o'clock only. I'll wake up, I won't sleep. I'll wake up by 4 o'clock. After 4, I won't sleep. But I'll just sit, stretching the leg. I will not read. I will not see TV, nothing, no activity. Just I will sit in samadhi, gazing at the wall. Nothing. Then slowly by 10 o'clock, I will come out and walk up to the temple, do namaskar, then take bath. 1 o'clock I will eat. It was a chaos. There was no routine. But this morning satsang, when I announced, nobody was ready to believe. Swamiji, following a routine, especially early morning coming out, forget about it. Just 2 days. Because they are also supposed to come. That is the way they were consoling themselves. It'll all be over in 2 days, don't worry. The seniors were consoling the juniors and juniors were consoling the seniors. They both were consoling each other. They never expected finally they will. It will become our lifestyle. Now, even devotees, whatever country, city they may be, if they don't attend the satsang, something is missing. Now I can see, either they are in Bidadi or they are in Kodaikanal, they are in Seattle, they are in St. Louis, they are in San Jose, but they are in front of my camera. I see them only in different screen, that's all.
The first question today is from Anand Singh, IA number 8, who is saying, Dear Swamiji, in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 5, verse 11 and chapter 5, verse 12, the sacred secret, constantly perform responsible, intense action with no clinging to the reward of performance. My question is, I typically prioritize my business tasks by revenue. The higher the revenue, the higher the priority of the task. Is this verse 11 and 12 of chapter 5 applicable in the planning, execution, or both phases? Please clarify. Thank you, Swamiji.
Please understand, you doing the business tasks by the revenue, higher the priority is perfect. Nothing wrong. But when you start calculating your whole life just based on the money or the revenue, that is where something is seriously wrong. At some points, you may have to perform many actions which does not bring direct revenue, but which brings fulfillment. For example, all the actions in your relationship, family, you may have to get a toy and give it to your child. You may have to give a smile to your spouse. You may have to give a hug to your friend. Don't lose those dimensions. Unfortunately, if you put everything, the revenue sheet, toy is not revenue, it is only expense. A smile is not going to give you revenue. Those things only I am saying. Even when you need to do something which is related to your relationship, which does not bring revenue, be responsible for it, be total in it. Otherwise, you performing your actions based on the higher the revenue, higher the priority of task, perfect. Forget about you. Even I perform like that only. That is the way life happens. That is the way life is. But you will see in me the same totality and intensity when I perform all the actions which are not related to revenue, which are related to seva, service. When I conduct a medical camp, or when I conduct some satsang, or the mass programs, annadan, or any other social activities, social service activities which are nowhere related to revenue, you will see the same intensity in me. The prioritization may happen based on the revenue, but the smile cannot happen based on the revenue. See, after prioritizing, when you start working, then forget about everything. It should be a complete, total being. You prioritizing, see, if you are not prioritizing based on revenue, you can be a complete fool. I have seen penny-wise, pound-foolish fellows. They will save few pennies and lose not just pounds, millions of pounds. In planning, do prioritize based on the revenue, but when you execute, forget about the revenue. Be total, complete. even planning as for revenue has to be done responsibly, intensely. When you execute, perform intensely without bothering about the reward. See, when I plan this. When I execute, even if that reward does not come, I don't bother. I go ahead, execute. Do it. Over. In planning, do responsibly. In execution, do responsibly without clinging to the reward of performance.
The next question is from Subhashini K, IA number 100, who is asking, can you please tell me the significance of writing mantra for 1001 times? During menstrual period, women should not go to temple or perform puja at home. Swamiji, why are these types of conditions imposed on women? Thank you so much, Subhashini K.
Subhashini, about this Likita Japa, writing 101 times, 1001 times the mantra, it is nothing but you not to forget when you do japa. See, as I said, why the heavy prayer wheel? Not to let you sleep. Like that only writing is so that you don't sleep in between the japa, in between the chanting. Made sure that your consciousness stays in that mood. For that only this writing japa. It's called Likita Japa. Writing japa is just to make sure your consciousness stays in that state. And second question you are asking, during menstrual period, women should not go to temple or perform puja at home. Swamiji, why are these types of conditions imposed on women? I have answered this question more than 1000 times. Please understand, it is perfect. You can go to any temple, perform puja at home, nothing wrong. Only thing I wanted to make it very sure, if those temple authorities don't want you to come there, I cannot do anything. All the temples run by Dhyana Peetam. Women are welcome even during the menstrual period. We don't have any restriction. But I cannot say the same word, all the temple run by Madurai Adhinam. Because it is not in my hands. Those temples are in the hands of the traditional priests. So I can only say, all the temples I created. Women are welcome to come at any time. And all our devotees, I tell you all very clearly, you can go to the puja room in the house and perform puja. No God will be angry. Don't worry. I always tell very funnily, keep one of my picture in your puja room. Go to the puja room as usual, even that time, and do puja. If any God is angry, you tell, I have not come to see you, I have come to see my God. I have come to see my God, you do your job. And no God will be angry, don't worry. So basically, at that time you need more puja, more meditation, because your mind and body will be in low energy. So to raise you to a higher level energy, you need more puja and more meditation. But I also make it very clear now itself, I cannot say you can come to the temple which is run by Madurai Adhinam. I can only say all the temples I created, Nithyananda Satsang temples. We have more than 40 around the world and more than 400 Paduka Mandirs around the world and thousands of home temples. All the temples I created, I welcome you guys. I have no problem. So anyhow, the essence is, even during the periods, you are not a sinner. You can go into the puja room and perform puja, meditation, everything. About the temples, you ask those temple authorities. All my temples, you are welcome.
The next question is from Radha Krishnan, IA number 36, Dubai, who's saying, Nithyanandam, beloved Swamiji, once we return back to our places after completion of this inner awakening program, I intend to continue my daily spiritual practices of Panchakriya, Nitya Yoga, meditation, which is Nitya Dhyan or Enkriya, Swamiji's morning message or one YouTube discourse, enchanting, Ajapa Japa, feeling connection, unclutching, Shakti Dharana, healing, running satsang center activities. Can you throw some light on this if anything is inadequate? I hope your answer would help all IA participants of this batch and also IA graduates who have completed before. At your lotus feet, M. Radha Krishnan.
Radha Krishnan, actually, it's a nice question. When you guys only read this, it looks like it will take whole day. None of this is an action. Everything I made it as an entertainment for you guys. Don't you understand? See, all you guys are now addicted to satsang. It is not that you force yourself into satsang as a spiritual practice. You understand? I made the whole thing as an entertainment. I wanted you guys to know this Panchakriya is along with your taking bath. Every day you brush, hope. See, instead of brushing only the mouth, you are going to take few minutes and brush the nose also. Nose and mouth. The whole ENT, it gets brushed. And not only cleaning your bowels, just have 2 minutes extra and add enema. And clean it little more. That's all. See, not just sweeping and wiping also. Mopping also. That is what is enema. Understand? What is enema? It is not that something you are going to do separately. Every day you guys clean your bowels. Am I right? And along with that, it is going to take, enema takes 2 minutes, maximum 5 minutes. If you keep the can in the restroom itself, it's not more than 5 minutes. I cannot describe more visually. And same way, every day you brush. See, today morning I did my Panchakriya. Hardly it took 5 minutes. I brushed and then just put the tube. Namah Shivaya. That's all it was there on the throat. Taka taka taka. And then poured the water. That Ganga came out. See, there's a story. Ganga was swallowed by Jannu Maharshi. He got very angry that in front of his ashram, Ganga started gushing. When Ganga came down, and he felt his meditation was disturbed, he just swallowed the whole Ganga. Then Bhagirata went and begged Jannu Maharshi, please, please, please release her. I brought her with so much of effort. He said, all right. And opened the ears, and through ears she came out. That is why she is called Jannavi. Ganga has one more name, Jannavi. So like that only, just pour and Jannavi comes out. The other side, over. That took some 5 minutes. Nothing. So what is there in Panchakriya? It's hardly 3 minutes job. And cleaning the eyes. Actually, during the nose, these two processes, all the water will come out of the eye. Eyes get cleaned. And finally, you just need to wash it. And I tell you guys, 4 days only, 4 or 5 days I am doing every day. I can see the difference in the color. The skin color is changing. As I said, I don't apply anything. It is just changing. And you are asking about meditation, Nitya Dhyana or Enkriya. You can do if you find time. Otherwise, when you sit in the morning satsang, the Pada Puja with that feeling connection and the satsang, that itself is more than enough. As I said, morning message, you are putting the morning message. It is not a spiritual practice at all. It is just, I made the whole thing entertainment. You are addicted to it. Otherwise, 1 o'clock in the late night, 2 o'clock in the late night, will you wake up and sit in front of a computer? Do you know all the European countries, it is night 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. And if you have to come to the center, you have to drive 1 hour. And it's like it has become more an entertainment. And then you are asking, enchanting, feeling connection, unclutching. This three does not need a separate time. It is going to be just become a part of your very consciousness. Healing. Healing is like a power you have. If somebody has a problem, you can say, I am a doctor, I am a healer, come on, I will heal you. Running satsang center activities, it's like making more friends, that's all. Be honest. Running satsang center activity is nothing but making more friends who are in your frequency. So actually, you create Sangha not for me, but for you to have more friends. More companions. To talk about tell me what other satsang activity goes on honestly other than talking about me? Come on! You think I am not there or what? You think my photograph is sitting and watching what you guys are doing? I can smell even the bonda you guys eat during the satsang. Satsang center means nothing but talking about me, that's all. See the dress today? Now I can very clearly classify two groups. Men's satsang center which talks about my message, women's satsang center which talks about my dress. No, that's all. There is only two categories. So what is there? Running satsang center activity means nothing but making more friends for you to talk who are in same frequency. If I say some deep, technical, important, sacred truths, all the men's satsang center will be busy that day, making calls. If I wear some new jewel, or the new dress, some new outfit, all women's satsang centers will be busy on that day with calls, that's all. God. Here I am getting a message, few men who are offended. We also talk about your dress. Now I thought it is an exclusive right. God. Women are also angry. Anyhow, so that is why I say you guys are Ardhanarishwaras. Men also talk about both. Women also talk about both. It means you are Ardhanarishwaras. So both your dimensions are fulfilled. So in this 10, what do you call as a spiritual practice? Nothing. All these 10 is simply your lifestyle. Making the biggest spiritual practices into lifestyle is work of an incarnation. Making hard work into a smart work is the work of CEO. Making hard spiritual practices as smart spiritual entertainments is work of an incarnation. Making hard work into smart work. Making hard work as smart work is CEO's job. Making hard spiritual practices into smart spiritual entertainment is Cosmic Enlightenment Officer, CEO. Now actually when you read only it looks like 10 big points. Panchakriya, Nitya Yoga, meditation, morning satsang, enchanting, feeling connection, unclutching, Shakti Dharana, healing, running satsang center activity. When you see what? Just see, morning when you brush, clean the nose. When you clean the bowels, use the enema. Over. Then come and sit in the satsang, which is an entertainment. Listen to all these jokes, make fun, laugh. And especially if you are gathering as a satsang center, that becomes such a joy to see the same frequency community around you. I also wanted to tell all our devotees, please understand, make this as a rule. Do not read media. Avoid media. Understand? Avoid negative articles by media. Completely avoid. You see, negative means 99% is negative only. Avoid media. Whatever you need to know is there in our website as a news. Just read that much. That's enough. Anything you want to know about us, me, Sangha, everything. Now that we have a very strong news column in the internet, in our website. Go just to our official website, read that news column, that's enough for you. Nothing else is required. And if you are having coming to the morning satsang, to a group of as a satsang center, you naturally make friends, companions, over. All the other things, what is rain chanting, feeling connection, unclutching, it's a lifestyle. That's all. What's the last thing? Shakti Dharana. The night time when you fall asleep, hardly it takes 5 minutes, I don't know. Actually, if you do few days Shakti Dharana, you will be addicted to that also. Because it just fills you so much. And sleep, fall asleep, over. It looks like a long 10 things. Just a lifestyle. What is running satsang center activities? When you are bored in your workplace, just seeing email or making some phone calls for you to have entertainment. That is satsang center activity. That's all is satsang center activity, nothing else. What else is there? So Radha Krishnan, I have thrown light on the whole thing. See, it's more like entertainment. I think I answered what you guys need to do after the inner awakening. The question is answered.
The next question is from Yoav Shaliv, IA number 45, who's asking, Dear Swamiji, can you explain the Vedic concept of yugas? Are we not just 5,000 years into Kali Yuga, which is supposed to last 42,000 years? If so, how is Satya Yuga happening now possible?
Please understand the yuga. In Sanskrit, yuga means era, the age. It is not dependent on sun and the moon moving. It is dependent on the collective mind moving. Even based on the sun and moon's movements, as per the calendar, external calendar, the time for Kali Yuga to end is already happening. It is not as you expect 42,000 years. As per the Vedic astrology, the conclusion of the Kali Yuga is already happening. Maybe we are 400 years ahead, that's all. So that can easily be equated by the movement of the collective minds. That is why I am saying Satya Yuga, the Nitya Yuga, has already started happening. You will see the proof for this word by 2015. 2015, you will see the proof, solid proof.
Paramahamsa Nithyananda, a rare living incarnation, is named among the world's 100 most spiritually influential personalities today. Paramahamsa Nithyananda has been placed alongside Dalai Lama, Nelson Mandela, Oprah Winfrey, Paulo Coelho and others by Mind, Body, Spirit, the world's top esoteric magazine from Watkins, London's oldest and largest bookstore. A yogi by birth, he has been expressing his power of enlightenment since birth. He has authored more than 500 books in Tamil and English. Translations of these books are available in 26 languages in Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Hindi, Sanskrit, Gujarati, Oriya, Bengali, Marathi, French, Malay, Polish, Portuguese, Italian, German, Danish, Spanish, Russian and Chinese. He is also an exemplary speaker with over 10,000 hours of profound life solutions through his discourses. Social services such as Annadan, free medical care, free educational services with ashrams, schools, temples, hospitals established in more than 140 places around the world, offering exceptional services. A powerful spiritual healer who has healed millions of people of diseases from migraine to cancer. A Kriya Yogi who has formulated Kriyas for physical health and mental well-being, benefiting thousands. A living master who offers practical solutions for our everyday problems. He is the founder and spiritual head of Nithyananda Dhyanapeetham, a spiritual powerhouse who has revived the sacred Vedic tradition by establishing Vedic temples in places like Los Angeles, San Jose, Seattle, Toronto, Ohio, Oklahoma, Phoenix, St. Louis, Malaysia, Brazil, Paris, Guadeloupe, Dallas, New York, New Jersey, Atlanta, Calgary, Vancouver, Singapore, and places in India like Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Tiruvannamalai. A spiritual guru for 10 million followers, an incarnation who transmits the highest spiritual energy through initiation, a contemporary yogi who has revived the Vedic science of yoga worldwide through thousands of yoga centers, an adept in Ashtamahasiddhis, mystical yogic powers, who has effortlessly awakened the Kundalini of thousands and graced them with spiritual powers, a dynamic young guru who is an inspiration for thousands of youngsters. India's most watched spiritual guru online, a beacon of spiritual light who has triumphed over the forces of religious terrorism and political persecution. Paramahamsa Nithyananda is an eternal Kalpataru, blessing the world with the boons of material abundance and spiritual enlightenment.
आनन्दानुभवास्वादं सर्वरोगनिवारकं वन्दे पापविनाशक्तं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतं नित्यमुक्तं निर्विकल्पं ध्यानलोकप्रदीपकं वन्दे शान्तमयं बन्धं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम् आनन्दगन्धसञ्चारं सर्वोपाधिविनिर्मुक्तं वन्दे ज्ञानालयं नाथं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्.
Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share and explode in eternal bliss. Nithyananda.
Nithyananda Dhyanapeetham, Nithyananda Nagar, off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bangalore, 562109. Contact 09742203311. www.nithyananda.org. www.youtube.com/lifeblissfoundation.